All right, here we go with a article critique called "Sweet Dreams: The Pirate Port of Tanngorray," where we are going to review this for Dazzlecat, and we have a lot to review, so hopefully we'll be able to get as much done in the next 2 sprints as a part of the article review. So probably going to do a lot of light reading beforehand so that we can get the feel of it, and we'll see how nitty-gritty we can get as the time goes on. All right, let's zoom in a bit. Tanngorray is a pirate trade town on an unnamed crescent-shaped tropical island where merchant ships can buy cheap goods if they ask no questions. Because it's a haven, you need an apostrophe because it is a haven for pirates. Bandying about one's real names is foolhardy, so all pirates go by a made-up name called a pirate name. Every time a space pirate gets a new pirate, it's a grand tradition for pirate crews to give them new pirate names and then go ashore to celebrate. Even sailors from the barely reputable merchant ships that come to Tanngorray to buy pirate goods have taken on this tradition when in port. Okay, so you may need to clean this up a little bit. Okay. Meet the crew of the Moonwalker. The Moonwalker, a pirate ship renowned for her speed and ability to find the most secretive treasure ships, come to Tanngorray ahead of a terrible gale. She reached the safety of the harbor just in time. The gale was very strong, though, and it shifted the sandbars, closing the harbor until it's dredged, leaving the crew with little. These will be the heroes of the adventure. This adventure, choose your hero. All right. So open new tab, So I like the setting. I like how the port is closed off. Good introduction. Need to work on a little bit on the grammar. Okay, so who does the Nisling pirate name seeks? Okay, you got nice stat box here. I learned to hunt in the basswood scrubs with my tribe, Three Trees. Why 3 trees? No matters. It's hush hush. Hunting is tricksy business with big beasties and big people stopping about, but they could not evade me. One night, a bear eats a 3 tree trapper. Hunts it all alone, and tribe names me Great Hunter of 3 trees. For more years I hunted the basswoods, but hunts grew stale, so I left to hunt the elsewheres. I wander until I find the Moonwaker, a ship that hunts ships. Oh joys, the greatest of hunts. All right. Sikhs learned the ways of a ranger, hunter, among her home tribe of Nislings, the 3 trees. She wandered the world until she joined the Moonraker. Her desire to hunt ships spurred her to quickly learn to use the use of navigator tools and sea charts so well, she is now the ship's navigator. Able to take rumors and hints of routes sailed by treasure ships trying to stay away from the usual trade routes. Her skills in guiding the Moonwalker has led her to earning the pirate name Sikhs. Backgrounds: a blending of folk hero and pirate. I stretch truth for joys and pocket jingles. I am great hunter and ships are my prey. I hunted the basswoods. I love the basswoods. I protect the basswoods elsewhere and seas, not the basswood. I love I loves the bacon. When I finds the bacon, I must haves the bacon. That could be placed on many a man's tombstone. Okay, fun character, really interesting voice, unique background. I like it. Bane, Tanngorray, or the genie, pirate named Bane. I was born among the Uzachi in the emerald pine forest. As I grew, I developed a knack for the bow and a heart for war. My training grew harsh, but I embraced learning to weave magic through my bow to my arrows and became a Wiggum warrior. There were few chances for war or even marauding, as few dared to enter our forest. I left the emerald pine to go marauding on my own. There was little to bring glory to me or to the Uzachi until I came upon the Moon Walker. Now I am marauding with glory. Okay. Pen- Tanngorray uses his bow to deadly effect against the crews of the ships the Moonwaker plunders, aiming for captains or anyone who tries to command a defense. His deadly bow has earned Tanngorray the pirate name Bane. Background of blending of Outlander and pirate. I'm not sure what the backgrounds are. Have you tried putting the pirate name as a subtitle rather than a part of the main title? Trait. I'm always absently fiddling with a brass orb covered in runes when I'm not smoking catweed, drinking, or fighting. I often forget about it, leave it, or drop it, but whenever I do think about it again, it's always back in my pouch. I must earn glory in battle for myself and the Uzachi. The Uzachi are the most important thing in my life, even though I am far from the Emerald Pine Forest. Am too enamored of ales, wines, and catweed. Okay, it would be interesting to know what catweed can do to a person or a cat. I mean, is it a sedative? Is it a upper? Is it, I presume that it's smoked because you're calling it a cat weed. Um, you know, what are the effects that it has on the cats? And also, what effect does it have on persons of other biology? Meaning, you know, what if a lizard folk or a human folk or a dog folk smoked cat weed? Does it have different effects for different people? Curly. Agnar Unzertok, the rock dwarf. Pirate name? Curly. I need to do an article on catweed. Yep. Though we just had the plant competition for World Anvil. Okay, what kind of an accent does Curly have? If you could let me know that, Dazzle Cat, I would be gruff minor. It all started deep beneath the world, dull, drab, plain, tasteless, until the worms shuddered the deep, and I fled up to the world. I was a young. Oh no, I can't do that. I was a young brute, but the dwarves took my in to their arenas. In the arena. No, I can't do that. My throat's too sore today. In the arena, I learned the art of showy combats. I thought I was happy, then I discovered spices. Oh, my stars and garters, but they were perfection. I had to learn the mystery of spices, so I escaped the arena and the dwarves. I spent years wandering lands gathering spices and learning how best to use them. One miserable noontime in a chimera tried to eat me in the cursed light of day. Cursed bright of day. In one last desperate move, I tossed open my powdered pepper pouch and flung it all into the air. All three heads breathed it in. They were so busy coughing and sneezing, I made my escape. Spices saved my life. Perfection. Eventually, I found my way to the moon raker where I cooked for them with my spices. I am finally a chef. Okay. Curly makes the most unappetizing rations and whatever the catch is from the sea edible for the crew. He also spices rum for special days, much to their delight. He was given the pirate name Curly, not for his bald head, but for how his spiced rums can curl the straightest of hair. That is a fun background and a great reason for a name. I was going to think of the beard itself, but yeah, it can curl the straightest of hair. I love a good spice, especially if it has a kick. The world is in need of new recipes and bold chefs. I idolize Prunhilde from the old tales and replace her long lost spices like powdered snakebite with the spices of today. Interesting. When I get too emotional, like when I discover a new spice or recipe, I often lose control and suddenly enlarge myself. There doesn't seem to be. Oh, no. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Just trying to get through all of these. Guntilda from Banjo Kazooie. Okay, I'm not sure. Yaima Sandborn the Cleric. Pirate name Bones. Like all young men of Lobster Point, I joined my father and brothers on the family fishing boat, bringing in what fish we could from the sea. I was not yet growing my man hairs when we were caught in a sudden raging storm. Our ship was lost, and only I survived by clinging to half a dinghy. I stared up in the eyes of the storm and rode those mountainous waves and swore I would be faithful to the god of storms. The eye winked at me. Ever since, I had devoted my life to Thero, god of storms. Oh, a rock dwarf has the ability to make themselves large for a short time. Okay, that makes sense. But it sounds like he has a very specific trigger of excitement and joy to the opposite of what Bruce Banner and the Hulk have with anger. So, you know, he would have to be extremely happy to get that enlarging. Okay, let's get the second timer going for this sprint takeover. The Happy Hulk. But he probably, does he lose his senses? I wouldn't think so. You didn't mention anything like that. I was the one that made the Hulk connection. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Once I earned my claret cloth, I took to traveling the coasts and seas, looking for a congregation in need of me. Not until I came upon the Moonwaker did I find one. People may frown on piracy, but this crew not only embraces the Tempest, they are eager to be the Tempest, just the souls Thero approves of. I am devoted to my crew and shall tempest with them, wherever that may be. Shall tempest with them? Not sure what that means. Bones serves as the ship's healer, which sailors and pirates alike call a sawbones, that he preaches to them in a way that appeals to their piratical natures, has endeared him to the crew, but has not changed them, calling him their sawbones. They have since shortened it to just Bones. Okay. The Moonwalker crew knows they can rely on me no matter what. The sea is freedom, the freedom to go anywhere and do anything. Thero spared me during one of his terrible storms, and I will honor his gift. I can't help but pocket loose coins or trinkets I come across when I think no one is looking. There's a little bit of a pocket. He made tempest a verb. Okay. All right. Dewberry Tanner, the rogue pirate named Darts. Okay, swashbuckler. Oh. I grew up in an orphanage in Swamp Shoal Point. Running the streets and finding trouble are such fond memories. Being caught by the town watch and hauled before the magistrate was not fun. There I was given a choice: serve with the League Marines or go to an abbey in the far hills. I chose the League Marines. Battling pirates on the high seas and even other knaves on occasion was thrilling, until my commander got so greedy he blamed his bad thieving skills on me. Of course, the League Mariners believed his rank rather than the truth. I escaped the brig and used my much better thieving skills to reveal his lives, then left the League Marines. No longer a Marine, the rogue life became my skill. I missed the sea and being able to travel to many places. My fortunes changed when I joined the Moonwaker crew. Piracy on the sea is just the thing for me. Okay, this is good. Darts serves the Moonwaker as the ship's spy by going ashore and learning the secret routes treasure ships take to avoid the pirates along the more regular trade routes. She earned her pirate nickname because of her tendency to dart into combat, then back out where she wants to make another surprise attack. In honor of her pirate name, Darts is taken to using darts covered with poisons by her crewmate Seeks, a blend of marine and pirate. Okay. Starting a tavern brawl and sitting back to watch how it all unfolds is a nice way to get to know a port. To act when others quake in fear. This is the essence of the swashbuckler. My command betrayed me, but I had my revenge. Hmm. I hold grudges and have difficulty forgiving others. Okay, interesting. Scorch. All right, Scorch, Miepi Quindal, the gnome, pirate named Scorch. I was born on a proud merchant family who trades the best papers, parchments, vellums, inks, quills, and bound books in all Amar. I too loved paper and all the different colors, various types of paper burned when fed to a flame. This did not please my family when I accidentally burned down a storehouse. I was sent away to study under my fourth uncle, twice removed from my mother, in the Academy of Magics. I excelled at magic and learned as much fire magic as I could. Upon graduating, I returned to my family, who still cared nothing for my skills, not even when it came to papers and inks when I used writing spells. I used the paper and inks I used when writing spells. A writing spell, that would be fun. They even dared to suggest that now that I had my fancy for fire under control, I put aside this childish hobby and get down to real business. Well, that never happened. I left the family and Gnomeheim for the lands of the tall folks. There I soon discovered that ships were the greatest way to obtain a fortune and forge your own destiny. I eventually discovered the Moonwalker, a fast ship with a daring crew. They took me in as their ship's mage with a promise to never burn Moonwaker. Ha! I would never burn the best way to forge my destiny, one raid at a time. Okay, Scorch serves as the ship's mage aboard the Moonwaker. She has earned her pirate name Scorch not only for her propensity for fire magic, but her fiery temper as well. Blend of merchants and pirate. Trait. I don't I don't part with my money easily and will haggle tirelessly to get the best deal possible. Okay, the word don't at the beginning is missing the apostrophe, D-O-N apostrophe T. Ideal. Someday the ship is most important. Without a ship, you can't forge our destinies. Once someone questioned my courage. I never back down no matter how dangerous the situation. Ah, we have a Marty McFly complex here. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I don't think I have time to go into this. I think you have a well-rounded group of party members that each has what they have to bring, and hopefully the people who playing it really embrace these characters and breathe life into them, as opposed to just um, using them as just playing characters. But I do. The apostrophe is my bane with these pirates. Yeah, but I do like what you've done here. Great work on Heroes Forge for each of the different characters. But yeah, I think it's well done. Okay, I will just showcase the main article another day. Great, we can do that. But yeah, I think you, as it ties back to our thought of the day, talking about relationships. I do think you had some good relationships in there. But if you wanted to add more relationships on how they interact with each other, because you have, I mean, let me move just to take up the last couple seconds of our time here because you have 6 characters. Okay. And so each character has and then, yeah. Each character has 5 relationships. And seeing how you interact with each of these, how one character relates with all of the other characters. Are they antagonistic? Are they I can't really do that as it's up to the players how to decide how they interact. Oh, yeah, good point. That's totally fair. I didn't think about that. I was again, I defaulted to my being an author, which is just DMing your own game by yourself. Yeah. I wish I could have done better with the voices. It's just I'm not warmed up. I mean, I literally don't talk until I say good morning to everyone here on stream. So my voice is usually a little ragged. Because this is a one shot for up to 6 people who take this over. So yeah, that works. Okay. Well, that was the end of the sprint. Let's end this critique and get ready for the next one.